All right, guys, are you needing to learn new skills and build up your portfolio because Devin is coming for you? Yeah, you came to the right place. So my idea here today is to highlight just a few projects, just 5 projects that you can actually work on that I for sure knows that Devin not gonna do better than you. And it's better to start working on this now and learning these projects, because then this is gonna give you a more head space. And then when Devin gonna get better, because looks like 30% is amazing, you're gonna have a better position on the market and you're gonna be a better software engineer, and you're actually gonna tell Devin what to do. All right, so let's go back. Let's go here and check it out. What this project are. So first of all, you're gonna build a file compressing tool. Okay, so hear me out. Hear me out. Okay, you don't need to compress files anymore. I know. I get it. I do. I don't as well. But back in the day, in the late 90s and the beginning of 20s, you actually needed to do it, and you have to have some softwares. So I don't know if you are from that time, but I remember I never paid for the WinRAR certification because license, sorry, because it was crazy. I could do everything for free. Why I need to pay for a license, right? So let's say I think that's time to pay some respect for the softwares, because they were very difficult to make back then for these developers. And now we are here, and you can learn with using the creating this software, doing data encoding, data compression, algorithm complexity, file formats, and this is gonna give you a lot of headspace around the time, and you can learn using Python or C++. I'm gonna recommend here programming language that I worked with before in the past, so I touched a little bit and I know a little bit of it. But you can use the programming language that you want. You can use Go if you want. You can use Rust. I don't care. Yeah, I just gonna put here the programming language I use to do these sort of projects. It was really fun, really nice to do, and I think it's gonna be fun for you too. Let's go next. Next, blockchain. Okay, you're not gonna do an ICO, right? No one's gonna do ICO. Everyone hates blockchain. Well, everyone that's software engineer loves it. I don't know if you don't like it, but you know, even before you're thinking like going forward and make this like a bigger thing, just stick to the basics, okay? So we're gonna do learn about blockchain database fundamentals. We're gonna learn about the cryptography and about distributed system and consensus mechanisms. The amazing thing about working and building a blockchain is to understand sockets, to understand connection and peer-to-peer connection. This is really good thing to do. And I learned a lot. I made a project back in the day using JavaScript. I make my own blockchain. I never did SEO. That's okay. And you can do that too. Nowadays I would recommend Python. Looks like it's a better one to do like this peer-to-peer connection. But JavaScript is there. Hey, no one gonna care. They just wanted to see that you understand the fundamentals and you can show this on your portfolio. So let's go to the next one. Next one is a text editor. All right, hear me out. Okay, I know you can build a React app, put some on the fancy library that do text editing. You can do your own Notion application with that, but then you're not gonna learn the basics. The basics is to create a text editor like a Word, but it's just to allow people to write text and save files and import files. So this is an important thing to understand. So you will understand GUI design, you understand how to handle files and do syntax highlighting and regular expressions to understand complex regular expressions. So I recommend you to start doing with actually an application. So you can use Electron, that's really nice. With JavaScript, you can use Story on Rust, that's really cool as well. I highly recommend. I'm learning right now, it's really good. And Thinker on Python. This one I just barely touched it. I don't know its potential, but it's really good. So text editor. Let's go next. Music synthetizer. Okay, so you can build the next generation of Winamp. I know you can, but then you have to learn the fundamentals of it. So it's really nice to work. This idea actually came from one of the interviews that I did in the past, where the interview actually was for a subsidiary for of a guitar company. So it was that company that this guitar company created, and they sent me the task to do. The task was actually to fix the issues and errors of their own audio processing tool. That's really cool, and it was in JavaScript. I really like it, so I put it on here because it's really interesting, because you're gonna learn a lot about MIDI integration, MIDI integration, uh, composition and sequencing. That's really cool as well. Digital signal processing, and learn how to process audio. That's really interesting, because you can actually later use this in different applications, and I believe that it's a really important thing to learn, and very strong. You make your portfolio stronger. So for this one, JavaScript, that's the project that I use for. You can C++, Python, whatever. So that's the other language. I know that people like to work with Synthetizer. So maybe it's for you, maybe not. JavaScript, very simple, very easy, and you learn a lot with that. All right. So let's go to the final one, and the final one is CMShell. All right. Hear me out. And it's not just because I made it. You're gonna see on my GitHub that I have done in the past 3 or 4 months a custom shell for myself, but I learned a lot with that. I learned how to do process management. I learned IO handling. I learned parsing and interpretation, common execution, FFIs. Was a lot of things that I learned, and it wasn't the main things that I used to learn Rust as well. So it was the project that I actually got most of it, got to learn a lot, and I highly recommend it. I believe that everyone that started working with Rust, at least at some point, they did a shell, that they try and start doing their own OS. So they're trying to do a lot of things that are very interesting to do with Rust. If you want to try to learn it, I think that's the best one as of right now. But if you can use C as well, because the old boy is there. It's my boy C is over there. So give it a try. So and yeah, so this is that's the 5 projects that I highly recommend you, because fuck Devin, let's do this, and let's make you stronger than the AIs out there. All right, so this is your PR review. Out.